Okay, now I want to do a daily video. So I just did the weekly video, but now I want to actually go through on the daily. So what can we see from the daily? Well, now we do know that previous week, this is your 50% zone, and that actually comes close to two things that I like to look at. There is a support zone. That's the support zone. And in that support zone, there is also a fair value gap or imbalance, whatever you like to call it. I just know that these areas are like little gravity areas for the market. So if I do see buyers, this is where you should notice buyers. Now this candle closed relatively strong for the bulls, but we are at the end of the week, so that idea you have to keep in mind what can happen. If we were just to look at this candle, you would look at it as this area getting broke today. And then your buyers would step in here of the day, and it would look like something like that. That's what I'm seeing happen today. So bulls are going to start coming in from here. So if you do decide to play this card, you would look at this type of trade. I would only trade this off the daily. I would only take profit on the 50% zone. Sorry, on the previous day high, which is the previous week high. That's what I would look at. If you want really good entries, you wait down here. Now, if we kind of break it down even more, let's just take a look at the 4 hour. What does the 4 hour show us? There's no actual support here. So what it's done, it's made the move, it's come back to do a break of structure retest. So that was the retest. Looking at this 4 hour candle closing weak, but so did this 4 hour candle. It's hard to say which direction is going to get swept. I see this area getting swept before this 4 hour high. So I want to break down everything that I'm going to be looking at in today's trades for scalps, for dailies. I just want to show you how I mark things out. That is the major area I want to enter. You can, if you're going to play off a daily, enter from here. So put a long position just below for that sweep, but you only want to aim for that previous high, which gives you a just over 1 to 1. So that's a reasonable trade. I'd take that. But you just got to remember there's a few things you have to keep looking at. Keep looking at how the candles close. This 4 hour candle is likely to get swept here because it's still finished strong, but not that strong to take out that area, I don't believe. Let's see on the hourly if there's anything that we might notice. The 100 EMA. Like I said in the weekly, what I am hoping to get is that retracement before we take that week high, because then I have a bigger conviction that it's going to take. I'd like to see something like this to come into this 50 or down here to then take this weekly high. Otherwise, if we take the weekly high, then I see a retracement. Retracement happening. So what it could do is get this buy stop call it longs. So get all the longs here because generally you've got the break long strategy that a lot of traders use. So you might do something like that, grab that money, and then start building back down, something like this, to hopefully go either higher to get that other zone that we had up here, or it might not even want to do that. So you just got to watch every candle. So far for the day, there's a higher chance of breaking previous day high than previous day low, with taking consideration how we finished the weekly bar. So just gotta monitor that. I will look for some scalps today, but I'll see if I can actually get them live and make some recordings off of those. So it's bouncing off that 100. Yeah, that's pretty much all. Like I said, it's a pretty strong day candle. If you are looking to buy, I'd wait for down here. If you're looking to do a continuation of the week and we don't break this high, what I'd suggest is, let's just clean this chart up a bit. You have a couple ways you can enter. You could have a buy order here, buy order here, buy order here, and so on. You can put a buy order up to here. I wouldn't go any further than this because this low might get swept. But I see this area getting swept before that. So just things to keep in mind. They're your major areas you want to buy in. So if you want to do a scale in buy, I suggest that type of method. If you are looking in a short method, then I would suggest putting shorts above that zone, and then you got to wait for each daily candle to close before you add another one. That's just the strategy I use. It just helps me get in the best possible position. You've got the aggressive style, so if you want to do an aggressive style, you buy here. You can do, obviously your lot sizes have to be reduced if you're going to do that many buys, depending on how you're structuring your trades. You can put a buy order here, buy order there, buy order here, buy order there, buy order here, buy order at the support, and so on. But let's just see how we start. Usually start of the week, Monday, Tuesday is a retracement into previous week, which is what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping to get the retracement down here. I am in my shorts still, which I haven't closed because I want to just exit at least a small profit, which would be good because I started shorting here. And I'm still in that short, but I will be taking all my trades, closing all my trades at the 50. This is where I actually believe it's going to go to. I see it going to here and then bouncing off that area. It's the only area that I see a strong area. So if we do come into here before taking this high, I will be playing a long strategy to take this for the week. Looking for something like that to happen. I know a lot of people are aiming for this. Look, it will get closed, but that could get closed next month. It just depends. I don't know how a lot of people have entered into that trade. I took my profit on this zone. That was actually where I took profit because I started shorting here. I took profit right there because that was my safe zone. The wick is where people start buying. That's like generally the rule, how a lot of buyers or sellers step in. And that's where we had this major candle. This candle should have told you that where we're looking to retrace. Now, when I was looking at this, I saw this. And then we saw this candle. That's where I was like, oh, I don't see this day being able to bounce into here. And that's where I had some shorts to take out previous day. And that was a fail, but that's fine. And then I waited for this zone. So once we got here, in my view, I was thinking something like this to take that, come into these 100 to 200 EMAs, but I would have just aimed for that. That would have been my what I was seeing happen, but that just didn't work out on that time. So keep in mind everything, look at how each day closes and go from there. As always, happy trading.